Hello and hi again to Dr. English YouTube channel. This is Dr. Mafi, a PhD in Applied Linguistics, and today's lesson we're going to focus on one of the other English verb tenses, and that is future perfect progressive tense or future perfect continuous tense, right? Well, in some other videos, I try to tell you all about the English tenses, all 12 tenses that we use in English on one single page, actually, in this whiteboard, in this classroom for you. But that was the general stuff I told you about so that you would be able to have a glance at all the English tenses, all the 12 tenses at one glance. But for each of the tenses, I specified or devoted some special time to that particular English tense. One of those tenses is future perfect progressive tense, which is composed of will have been plus verb plus ing. When do we use this tense in English? Well, I know it's not pretty common. Well, you may see this tense or a sentence like this, including this tense, least often, maybe in comparison with the other tenses. I know that, right? It's not a common tense, which we use, for example, like a simple tense, like simple present or simple future tense, or even present perfect tense, for example, that we use a lot in English, right? But it doesn't really happen much often. However, we can use it, in fact, in some special circumstances in which when we want to say, well, we are going to complete an action, all right? But this action is still ongoing and in progress in the future, right? So there is an emphasis not only on the completion of an action, but also on the ongoing nature of that action. So it includes both continuation and completion when it comes to the verb, right? I mean, the action of the sentence. I think this is the best possible or classic example I can give you, so that you'll remember it actually for the rest of your life, or English life, basically. Like, for example, by this month, next year means today, like this time, this next year, right? By this month, next year, I will be living in this town for a decade, or living in this town for a decade, or for a decade in this town, right? Living for a decade, for 10 years. Normally, we use either for to show that duration of the time, like for a decade, right? And also we use some special time phrases or time expressions, like by this month, next year, for example. For example, this time tomorrow, I will have been doing some special thing. It means that, well, I have completed, for example, a part of that action, but that action was continuous up to that moment. So it includes both the duration, the continuity or continuation of that action, and also the completion of that action. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions or comments, let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. And remember to give us a thumbs up.